Let's begin in side lying with the legs stacked on top of each other. Stack your ankles, knees and your hips. And then for the hips, we just want to take the top hip and draw it down towards the feet so that we create length down either side of the body. Let's engage through your centre, so drawing inwards that 30% or so, and using your hand if you need the support. So we're going to start working on the glute muscles, these hip muscles at the side, with our side leg lifts. So with that centre active, we're going to lift your top leg and lower. So keeping that leg as straight as you can. Imagine that you're painting a line on the wall. We're going back over the same line every single time. So we want to point the toes, pull the leg back. Let's breathe out, breathe in. Now as you go here, watch that you don't drop into this lower space. We want to be really mindful at keeping that gap as best we can. And if you're feeling in control and balanced, hand on your hip and let's keep it there. So let's breathe out, breathe in. Try to relax your shoulders, relax your top half. Use the exhale as we lift, the inhale to lower. Hopefully starting to feel those hip muscles warming up for us a little bit more. Breath out, breath in. So just go with the flow with this leg. We're going to take 3 more. 2 and 1. Hold it at hip height here. We're going to bend the bottom leg so we've got a little bit more support and keep that centre engaged. We're going to come into side kick to work the front and the back of the hips now. So we're going to glide forwards and glide back. Now there shouldn't be any pain or discomfort when you're doing this, so make sure it feels good for you. And as we come back, we want to squeeze into those buttocks. So draw that leg backwards. Feel like your bottom is in the way as we come back. Breathing out, breathing in. And then if you can do the ankle control, we point, we pull back. We point, we pull back. Now keeping strong through that middle. Watching that we don't drop that lower waist and just keep those legs moving. Good, they get tiring very quickly, but that's the beauty of it. We don't need to do hundreds to work these muscles. Let's take 3, 2, and 1. Now hold it here. We're going to combine those 2 movements. So point your toes, ensure your rib cage is in, core is nice and active. We're going to do our lift and our side kick. Hands can come to the hip if you feel able, and side kick. So let's have a steady flow of breath as you move here. Now as you feel the intensity building, watch that we don't hold our breath. So we exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Good, let's keep those moving. Making sure we stay at hip height here. So we don't want to go too low with the leg. We don't want to go too high with the leg. You want to really focus on keeping it at that hip level as much as you can. Almost there. We're going to take 2 more. So we have 2 and through. Nice and high. Watch that waist on this last one and 1. Good. Bring that leg through to the front for a moment. Extend the bottom leg. Give it just a little bit of a rub if it needs a little bit of a loosen off there. Okay, we're going to take that over to the other side. So just carefully bring yourself up and we will switch over. And we'll come down on here. So same setup, stack the ankles, knees and hips. Take the top hip and draw this downwards so that we lightly tuck the tailbone under, engage through your center and have that underneath lift. So when you're ready, top leg, lift, lower down. We exhale and inhale. Breathe out, breathe in. So if you're able to, take this hand and just place it on this hip, out of the way. And just control that breathing as we go. Breathing out, breathing in. Relax through the shoulders. Think of that rib cage sinking in, that core drawing in. And let's go. Point the toes, pull the toes back. We point, pull back. Drawing that line as if you're going over the same line every single time. Really important that we have strong side hip muscles, but they never get any easier to work. Okay, almost there. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Bend that bottom leg for support. Point your toes, ready to side kick. So before you go, make sure that center is set. You're steady. Side kick forward, side kick back. We want to go as far forward as we feel we're able to, without letting the body roll forward or losing that control. So really stay stacked up as best you can. Breathing out, breathing in. So we point the toes, we pull them back. And then just see if you can relax this bottom arm, relax through the neck and shoulders. So no pressure anywhere else. Sweeping forward, sweeping back. We've got 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to combine those two to finish. So point the toes. Once again, check your length, check your center is set. We're going to lift, lower, side kick, back, lift, lower, side kick, back. So the toes point, they pull back, they come forward, they pull back. See if we can keep that rhythm going all the way to the end now. My glutes are definitely on fire. I always find you've got one stronger side as well compared to the other, and this I thought was my stronger side. Definitely feeling the workload now. We've got 3 to go. 2 done. Last one, here we go. Lift and through. Good job. Bring that leg to the front of your mat. Extend your bottom leg. Give it just a little bit of a rub if it needs it. Well done. Okay, let's come up from here. We're just going to take a small child's pose just to stretch out a little bit. So just bring your hips over your heels and exhale. Just release the tension around the hips, around your bottom for a moment. And then release. We're going to come up onto all fours for our last little bit here. So bring the shoulders over the wrists and the hips over the knees. Lift tall through your chest, shoulders back. We're going to extend one leg out. Make sure that core is active so we're nice and strong. And we're going to lift, tap down. Lift, tap down. Keeping strong through that core underneath you. Trying not to let the weight shift over to the side. You really want to keep that weight equal over the mat. So we squeeze, tap, squeeze, tap. Breathe out, breathe in. So let's keep that breathing under control. Let's keep those leg lifts. We've got 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. We're going to tap and tap. So our circles behind us, really just making sure that we are hitting every side of the bottom. Now, if this is giving you any hip bother, feel free to keep the taps here, maybe keep them low if that's better, or maybe just take small taps. Okay, so choose how you're feeling. If you're able, you can make them bigger. If you're not, just make them gentle. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Let's take a quick stretch there. Quick breather. And then we're going to do that on the other side. So resetting, shoulders back over wrists here. Drawing up through the chest, core active. We extend that leg, lift, tap, down. Lift, tap, down. So slow that breath back down, squeeze into that bottom, making sure that we have the chest, the core strong underneath us. Maintaining equal balance between the two hands, your leg and your imaginary leg on the floor here. Almost there. We've got 3, 2, hold it there. We're going to tap and tap. Now you do need to work a little bit harder through your core as we do these taps, and if it doesn't feel good on your hips, make them small or revert back to small lifts. Okay, now try not to let your body wiggle side to side. You want to really keep a strong, stable back and pelvis as best you can. Let's keep breathing. Working, feeling that core working with us as we go. We're almost there. We've got 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job. Let's just send the weight back, stretch out through that bottom once again. Whew, and have a nice breath. And just take a moment here, relax, whew, and just let the bottom ease out from there as best we can.